Hey everybody, Perfectly Average EDC here with a long overdue review of the Timbuk2 Especial Messenger in the large size. Now, some quick stats and information like that right off the bat. This bag is about 21 inches across and about 13 inches tall when the flap is down like this. And it's about 7 inches front to back with an overall capacity of about 35 liters, which is really big for a messenger bag. Most of the messenger bags you'll find are probably right around the 20 to 25 liters, so this thing does get some positive marks for overall capacity. Now, this bag right here is about $199, give or take a little bit, on Amazon or the Timbuk2 website or whatever. I purchased this one on sale for I think about $130, which is definitely more in my price range. One of the things I don't want to do is review bags that are in that upper tier price range. I really want to show what I use on a regular basis because my budget isn't unlimited. So what I want to do is show bags that your average person could afford. Now, even at $130, I do realize that that is kind of in that upper edge of what most people are willing to spend on a bag. But I thought I'd show this one because I've been using it for about a month and a half now, and I have some insights. So let's get right to it. We'll start on the outside of the bag. This front flap here is coated in kind of a rubberized coating, kind of a plasticky rubber coating. It is pretty water resistant. The edge of the flap and the corners down here are all reflective, as well as the logo here in the center. Down at the very bottom right here, you do have a clip for a blinky light if you're on a bicycle. On the back, we have something that I think every bag, especially a messenger bag, should have these days, no matter what sort of styling it has. And this is a zipper that goes all the way along the back of the bag. And this makes it so much easier to get stuff in and out if you're in an office, if you're traveling and you got to pull your laptop out of the back, especially a waterproof zipper like the one that the Especial has. This is a fantastic option. I think every bag should have it. This is the main gripe I have with my previous review with the Osprey Flapjack Courier, was that it didn't have one of these. I do realize that a zipper is kind of a weak point, but this is so handy. I absolutely love this. The strap here is reversible. I have this set up for a left-handed person since I am left-handed, but it can be swapped around using these C-clips right here. You just undo the gate, this will slide off. You can swap out this side as well, flip it around, and then you have a right-handed bag. The strap itself is, I really like how this is designed. This section up here is padded with the stabilizer strap attached with a snap. The length adjustment buckle is kind of a two-part affair right here, which you can pull and lengthen. And then if you leave this out, you can grab the tail right here and pull it back down to size. And the little adjustment grab handle right here is magnetized, so it actually just attaches to a magnet right here. And I've been out on my motorcycle on the freeway doing 60, 70 miles an hour, and this thing does not come loose and flap around. So I really, really like that. The back panel has some air mesh on it for padding. I don't believe for a second that most of this stuff will actually keep you from sweating, but if you have an irregular shaped object in your bag, this stuff kind of keeps it from poking into your kidneys, so I really like that. Here's the stabilizer strap. Now, the stabilizer strap on this bag is reversible, just like the main strap here, and it connects with a regular kind of Duraflex Fastex style buckle right here. And it is retained on this side by a little Velcro, I'm sorry, not Velcro, but elastic strap right there. One of my favorite things about this pack is the magnetic buckles here on the front flap. Most Timbuk2 bags have the little squeeze, Duraflex style buckle on the front, and not these. These use a magnet, so when you want to open up the bag, you just slide to the side, and they open right up. And then to close them, you just get them close, and they snap right into place. I have never had these come open on me in a month and a half of use. I love these. I will be looking for a feature like this on any future bags I end up buying, because these things are absolutely fantastic. I love them. So we will get into the interior of the bag right now. Now, as you can see, the bag is actually pretty deep. This is really 13 inches, so that's really, really nice. The front part of the bag right here has two really deep, relatively rectangular pockets right on the front, right here. They're slightly taller at the top than they are at the bottom. They are reinforced with kind of a leather, rubberized, nylon kind of a material up here to protect the bag against abrasion when this part of the bag, when it's sealed up, rolls down on top of the Velcro. So that keeps it from fraying and getting all pilled up, which I really like. Since I work in a kind of a professional environment, what I've done is ordered up Velcro silencers from Timbuk2 and added them to the bag. These are not included. They're just regular Velcro when you get the bag. So I added these to make my bag a little quieter in an office environment. These pockets are actually pretty big. You can fit a fairly large water bottle inside them. Nalgene bottle, a regular Nalgene bottle probably won't fit, but one of these narrower hydro flasks or something very similar to this will fit in there with no problems. On the side of both pockets, you do have a Napoleon entry pocket zipper right here on the side, which is also a waterproof or water resistant zipper. And there are a couple of things I like. I like that the head of the zipper recesses into this little covered area right here to keep it a little bit less of a chance of dropping down while you're carrying it. And I absolutely love these little kind of bike handle zipper pulls. These things are fantastic. I know they're kind of gimmicky, but they work really, really well. When you zip open the bag, you have full access to the pocket from top to bottom. One of the things that I did, this is something that irritates me a lot, is that a lot of modern bags don't have long key keepers in them. And when you have a big bag, especially one that's 35 liters like this one, your keys can get lost down at the bottom of them. So what I did was I took a lanyard off of a think tank SD card vault and took the lanyard off and attached it with a clip right up here at the top of the pocket. So that way I can just, without opening the top flap, I can just unzip the thing, get my keys out, do what I need to do, and zip it right back up. So that's one thing that this pack doesn't have, is a key keeper, but I fixed that by just adding this, which is not a big deal. The main compartment of the bag is actually pretty decent sized. It doesn't have a lot of organization, which I solved with a couple of organizational pockets. So this bag is basically kind of an old school bag in the sense that it doesn't have a lot of pen holders and business card holders and zippered pockets and stuff. So you will need to provide that. I keep these little ready-wear pouches. I have 3 of them in this bag. They're color-coded. And so I keep medical stuff, tools, and then like pens, headphones, that sort of thing in this one. So that's how I keep my bag organized, since this doesn't have a lot of internal organization. Let's see here, what do I have in here? I'm doing some professional development. I'm teaching myself Active Directory, as well as working on my A+ and N+ certification. So I do keep a rather large book in here I carry around with me, so this fits in here just fine. For a little light reading when I get tired or during lunchtime, I am currently rereading Peter Kleins's excellent novel 14. Just like the little blurb on the front here. It's like the TV show Lost, but imagine it in an apartment building in the middle of Los Angeles. And I don't want to give too much away, but as a huge fan of weird fiction, this book is fantastic. I know that the print run of this edition is pretty hard to come by. I actually found this one down at Powell's in Oregon, Portland, Oregon, and I've never seen another copy of a print version like this. You can get it on Kindles. I would highly recommend it. If you like weird fiction and a mystery, 14 stands by itself as one of the most excellent weird fiction stories I've read in a very long time. Let's see here. What else do I got in here? The interior of the bag is lined in a blue drop liner, which adds to its waterproofness. So this is actually separate from the outside of the bag, so it just kind of hangs in there. It's also nice. I would have preferred orange, but blue is fine. It does have a zippered pocket on the front of the laptop sleeve, which is slightly padded. This is big enough for like 6x9 envelopes, number 10 envelopes, 8.5, 11 folded in half. It'll fit in there just fine, but you will not be able to fit an 8.5 by 11 notepad in there and still be able to zip it up. The laptop sleeve itself, let's see here. Right now I have my Chromebook in here because the battery lasts forever, and I just basically use this thing to take notes and in Google Docs. So this is what I'm using right now, and this laptop sleeve is immense. You can put a 15-inch laptop in there. That's I think a 11.5-inch Chromebook 3. So it's absolutely lost inside this pocket right here. So this will take up to a 15-inch, and a relatively thick one at that. But right now I'm just carrying a small Chromebook. And that's pretty much it for the inside of the pack. There's tons of storage space. And like I said earlier, this bag does not have an abundance of internal organization, which is why these things are so important for me to have to stay organized. And then we just pack right back up. Attach the magnetic buckles, and we are basically all set. That is the Timbuk2 Especial Messenger. This one is large. It's 35 liters in capacity, and for what I've been using it for the past month and a half, it's been absolutely phenomenal. As much as I like the bag I reviewed just a little while ago, the Osprey Flapjack Messenger, and I really liked its internal organization, I think that with those little organizational pouches, with this bag, this is a better bag to carry and use on a daily basis. So as much as I like the Flapjack Courier, this is going to be my daily driver until something better comes along. I really like it. It was only a few dollars more than the Flapjack Courier, and for me, having the little bit larger size, about 10 liters larger in size, but still maintaining a relatively narrow profile, especially the way it carries on my back, especially on a motorcycle, this thing has been absolutely phenomenal. And then wiping down the exterior with a damp cloth whenever it gets a little grungy takes care of any surface imperfections and dirt that's on it. So this is a highly recommended bag. And I also have the Especial Medio backpack, which is 30 liters, which I'll probably do on my next review, which will hopefully be sooner than the amount of time that I have between my first review and this one. So expect another review in about a week, maybe a little bit longer than that. And thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the views and the subscriptions. It really, really helps. I'm really enjoying doing this. And thank you for helping my channel grow. I really appreciate it. So until next time, Malama Pono.